right, we're hot.
Okay. And Liquid Ground System 512 Papa at Flight Academy, Information Uniform, request 1,500 over the city.
512 Papa, Lakefront Tower, correction, Lakefront Ground, are you going direct over the city?
Yes, ma'am, if we could get 27 for departure, that'd be great.
Listen to Papa, taxi to 27 via Foxtrot.
And Foxtrot 27, 512 Papa. Okay, so release the brakes. We'll bump the power just a little bit, let it roll. Okay, and just press the right rudder. Add a little bit of brake.
722 Papa, departure frequency 123.85, squawk 0430.
And 123-850430, to the pop. Yep. So we'll pick up that solid yellow line. And try not to ride the brakes, just, use the brakes as needed to, you can pretty much keep your hands off the controls. It's really not gonna have it. Alright, so how many beers you had today?
0.
0? Alright, we'll see about that. Alright, why don't you keep that right, the yellow line on your right knee the whole time, and just follow it all the way to the other end. So use a little bit of rudder, a little bit of brake, whatever you need.
Which runway are we taking?
Just keep straight.
Okay.
So keeping it on your right leg kind of keeps that nose wheel. And whenever you're looking, don't look down here, look a little further up, give you a better idea of where that nose wheel is. Okay. Or else you're just going to be overcorrecting the whole time.
Right.
Good job, man.
Thank you. Come on, get your ass over.
Signals to Jug, Lakefront Ground.
You see that red sign coming up?
Foxtrot 27.
Signals to Jug, hold short, runway 36
we're gonna stop before that. You'll see a line that's called a whole short line.
Okay.
We'll stop before then.
This one coming up here?
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and just press both of them, bring it to a stop.
Signals to Jug, cross runway 36 left.
Alright, holding the brakes. So we already checked the ailerons and everything on the outside. Now we're just going to check, make sure everything's good on the inside. So up and down, all the way back, and left rudder and right rudder. Everything's working properly. Okay, so flight controls are free and correct. This is your elevator trim wheel that we were talking about. So up is down, down is up.
Okay.
Okay. So
now, how do you know where to trim it to?
Right now, we're going to put it in takeoff position, so this little notch, line it up with that, on that white line right there.
I gotcha.
Okay, and we'll go ahead and run the engine up, about 1,700 RPMs. And we'll do a quick mag check.
And what does that do?
I'll tell you in just a second. So basically there are two sets of spark plugs to each cylinder. So basically it's a redundancy system. So we're just making sure all the spark plugs are firing properly.
I gotcha.
All right. Ready to rock and roll?
I guess so.
Okay.
Do we shut our windows?
This is, yeah, we'll get that in a second. But we'll take off on this runway, going in that direction. So left hand on the yoke, right hand on the throttle. And you're going to smoothly apply that throttle all the way full forward.
Okay.
Once your airspeed reads about 50, you're going to gently apply a little bit of back pressure.
Okay.
And we're looking for about 65 to 70 knots on the climb.
Okay. And what kind of attitude do you typically keep?
So right about here, you're looking for that first white line.
Lakefront Tower, Skylane 21271.
That's 5 degrees.
10
miles.
Between 5 and 7. 5 and 10 is fine, so about 7 degrees.
Real gentle climb.
Yep.
Okay.
21271, Lakefront Tower makes right in 136 left.
Very good.
I gotta get permission.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is 271. You said use runway 36 left. Number 271, affirmative. Make straight in runway 36 left. 271, 36 left. Thank you.
That Tower 512 to pop ready at 27.
512 to Papa, Lakefront Tower, runway 27. Line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 2 to pop 27. Alright, so they asked us to go ahead and line up onto the runway, but don't take off. So just, we're allowed to get on the runway.
Okay.
Lakefront Tower with 2473 Zulu. We're holding at 36 right, ready for takeoff.
2473 Zulu, Lakefront Tower, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff, turn right on course.
We can get off the yellow line.
Clear for takeoff.
78 November, runway 36 right.
This first one right here.
Cleared for the
Just go for the center chevron.
To arrival Cessna.
78 November, this will be a full stop and I have departing traffic.
We'll just keep that white line.
5122 Papa, runway 27 cleared for takeoff, turn left on course.
Back going to go 27 left on course, 512 Papa. All right, we're
78 November, additional traffic departing off runway 27 is
Let go of the brakes.
Be making a left turn south.
78 November, looking for traffic.
all the way forward.
Now you use the rudders to steer at this point?
Yep, still using the rudders on the ground, all the way forward on the throttle. All right, the power looks good. Airspeed 50, go ahead and pull back a little bit. A little bit more, a little bit more. And hold it right there. There we go. We're off.
78 November has departing traffic on 27.
7 November, roger, thank you.
Just a little bit more on the pitch, about 70. There we go. Just relax. You just kind of rest your arm on that left armrest. There you go.
You want to call it an armrest.
Relax. Let go for a second. There you go. You got it right. Just 2 fingers.
That gentle, huh?
All right. You see the city? Just go ahead and start to make a turn towards the city.
Number 271 for a
Relax your feet.
traffic about
Put your feet down.
behind you. Change
Put your, your heels on the floor.
Right, clear to land.
271, 36 right, clear to land.
How much of an angle can you make on a
This
turn?
is good. Just like that.
All right.
I'll head out towards the city. Now you can't see a whole lot up front, but once we level off, pretty much have a view all the way around.
And we're going to 1,500 feet?
Yeah, 1,500.
That's quite a climb. Really feels like it's more watching instruments on the climb.
Well, once you start training, you're kind of doing integrated, kind of looking outside, looking at the instruments, looking outside, doing both.
Quite a view.
And number 73 Zulu, Spock 0472.
Look, come over a little bit to the right. Go right, right out of the east.
We'll go in November, right turn when able.
We'll check out the festivities over Jazz Fest.
78 November, right on Juliet, ground point 7. Thank you.
Good.
There's a couple of bumps in the area. I just landed a little while ago.
Cessna 22 Papa, contact Northwest departure.
So if I see the speed start to drop,
And over to departure, 2 to Papa, see the bit. I'm sorry, yeah, so just adjust the pitch just a little bit. You don't want to be jerky, kind of like going uphill. It takes a minute for it to slow down, it takes a minute for it to speed up.
gotcha.
So set a pitch attitude, see what it does, so on and so forth. And Northwest 512 to Papa with you off of Lake Renata 1.2 and over to City 1.5.
254, turn right heading 200, descend and maintain 2000. At the turn, airport would be at your 2 o'clock and 5 miles.
Yes, nice and ready. Let go. I have it set already, so you don't have to sit there and chase it. And approach 512 to Papa with you off of Lake Renata.
United 254, clear visual approach, runway 29, contact tower 119.5.
All right, here we are, 1,500 feet, so gently start lowering that nose. Kind of take a tip of the nose and get it below the horizon.
Okay.
And fly with your left hand and reach with the right throttle and reduce your power back to about 2,200 RPM.
Shuttle 6273, New Orleans approach, descend and
Just kind
maintain
of forward
5,000.
and back. Forward with the left, back with the right. Bring it back a little more. There we go.
Citation 0, Golf Bravo, maintain 2,600 until established, cleared, turn of runway 36 left approach.
Yeah, let's go over. I'm going to show you Jazz Fest over here on the right, on your left side. Approach 512 to Papa.
Number 01, contact Lake Navy Tower 340.2. Citation 0, Golf Bravo, contact Lakefront Tower 119.9er.
For the tower, great day, 0 Golf Bravo.
01, descend to maintain 3,000.
Whole lot of weed smoke coming up out of there.
Approach S512 to Papa.
601, go ahead. 601, Roger, standby. Skyhook 5122 Papa, New Orleans approach, ident, New Orleans altimeter, 2999er.
2999, 22 Papa, with the flash. Alright, we'll just head out in that direction.
Skyhook 22 Papa, radar contact 4 miles southwest of the Lakefront Airport. Clean to the Bravo airspace, maintain VFR data below 1,500.
Data below 1.5, 25, ground about next. So we'll just kind of head out towards the, try not to look at the instruments too much or else you're not going to enjoy your flight. Just head out towards the river, just straight, just like that. There you go. We'll just kind of go around the city a little bit. And if you get tossed around, you know, these airplanes pretty much return back to level flight on their own.
Air Shuttle 6273, continue pressing heading, you can expect runway 2.
Woo! Yeah, buddy. So that's what the ailerons are doing.
Roger, maintain
left and right, and then this is what your rudders are doing. So if you want to turn a little too tight, give it a little left aileron, left rudder,
right aileron, right rudder. Receive, you're clean to the Bravo airspace.
When you come into a turn, are you trying to pull up in addition to?
If you're trying to make a level turn, yes.
Okay.
So because you actually, the nose kind of dips down a little bit because of loss of altitude or loss of vertical lift. So you want to pull up just slightly. Now you don't get to see that from the street, but Mercedes-Benz painted the biggest darn Mercedes-Benz logo right on top. And then Smoothie King Center followed suit. They painted the Smoothie King crown right on top of the arena.
There's traffic 1 o'clock in 3 miles.
Shameless promotion, I guess.
Following the river at 6-2 at 700 inbound for Lakefront.
All right, look for traffic, just about. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Shameless promotion.
Yeah, man. $25 million got to buy you something.
Right.
Number 1, Juliet Kilo, contact approach 119.3.
How you doing?
Big combination of everything. I'm pretty calm. It's just a little shock in the stomach when you catch a bump or you think you're losing altitude.
After about 4 or 5 hours, you get used to that. You don't even.
Cessna 73 Zulu, radar contact 10 miles east of Lakefront.
So we'll get on top of the river and hang a left and follow the river.
Trying to climb back up to 15.
Ah, you're good.
Cessna 73 Zulu, roger. Rex 01, there's a Cessna 172 maneuvering over the city at or below 1,500.
This is wild shit.
Okay, affirmative.
All right, good and nice. Start making a nice gentle turn.
Cessna 22 Papa, there's a flight formation of 3 F-15s. VFR going to be over the city at or about 2,000.
All right, 22 Papa, we'll keep an eye out. Dan, what's the location now? You don't want to turn it too tight.
Cessna 22 Papa, they're about, let's see, 7 miles east of your position right now, northwestbound.
Roger. So there's 3 F-18s headed in our direction right now.
Oh, wow.
And he said it's about 7 miles to the east. There's 3 of them.
Southwest 1773 in the Orleans approach,
right
going to maintain 5,000. Continue pressing heading, expect runway 2.
Here he comes. You look at it. Look at the clouds. You see a little. That's one of them.
Winds 1211 in the Orleans approach. Going to maintain 5,000. Continue pressing heading. Expect runway 2.
Where are they heading so we can avoid them?
Towards us at 2,000 feet, so it'll be 500 feet above us. At 22 Papa has traffic in sight.
601, roger.
That's pretty cool. We get to see that.
Cessna 22 Papa, that traffic's about 3 miles northeast of your position at 2,000.
And inside 22 Papa.
Cessna 22 Papa, roger. Maintain visual separation from that traffic.
And maintain visual separation 22 Papa. So we got to maintain visual separation from them. Not that we ever catch up to them. They're probably doing like 300 knots. We're doing 90. Check it out, dude.
Southwest 1773, main altitude, maintain 7,000.
Just fly straight.
Man, that is cool.
They're probably buzzing over Jazz Fest.
That is wild. That's what my grandfather used to do in the Navy.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Sweet.
Winds 1211, New Orleans approach, descend to maintain 7,000, expect runway 2.
If you want to follow the river to the right, that's fine.
243, New Orleans approach,
you want to stay over the city, whatever you want to do.
Request.
Right turn's kind of freaky.
Chevron 243, roger, cross, cop up at or about 2,000, clear ILS, runway 36 approach.
I saw the wind is coming from, what, the west-northwest? Right?
Yeah, it's pretty much out of the west today.
Air Shuttle 6273, descend and maintain 4,000.
You got the Natchez Steamboat right below you. Hey, dude, relax. You're a little tense on the controls. Just look, she's doing her own thing.
Yeah, I've got 15 minutes of flight experience so far.
Air Shuttle 6273, descend and maintain 3,000, fly heading 190.
It's a relatively common mistake to be a little tense on the controls.
Yeah, first time, no big deal. Let's see, we're losing a little altitude, just pitch up a little bit, give it a little juice, and climb up to 1,500.
Approach citation 970 Zulu Golf with you, level and 4.
Take 01, roger, proceed as requested, contact Navy Tower 340.2.
Citation 970 Zulu Golf with you.
There you go, come over a little bit to the
Citation
right.
970 Zulu Golf,
We'll stay right on top of the river.
Yeah, we have the airport in sight.
Citation 00 Zulu Golf, roger, expect clearance in about 10 miles.
Yeah, a little bumpy today.
Cherokee 600 Delta Lima, New Orleans approach, IDEN, New Orleans
Bring it back a little bit on the throttle. Bring it back to about 22, 2300. Shade a bit more. There you go, right there.
Number 0 Delta Lima, radar contact 2 miles west of the Lakefront Airport, heading to the Bravo airspace.
You're fine, man.
Southwest 1773, descend and maintain 5,000.
Did you get any sleep last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I've been falling asleep thinking about this for like the last week, which is crazy because I never really
Air
dreamed.
Shuttle 6273, turn right heading 200, descend and maintain 2,000.
Once we get past these two towers, we'll kind of cut straight across.
Cut that way?
Yep.
Okay. Go around the towers?
Yeah.
Hey, 22 Papa, did you get some good pictures?
I'm saying again, to the Papa?
Did you get some good pictures?
Not today.
Cherokee 0 Delta Lima, maintain VFR at or below
We
2,500.
got good pictures of those F-18s.
Might have caught him on the GoPro.
No, because it's facing the other way.
Good afternoon, all the road to Flint, 845.
Chevron 243, no traffic observed between you and Galeana. Radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved. Report cancellation of IFR this frequency in the air or on the ground.
Are we going around the towers?
No, we're just going to go straight across.
Okay.
Chevron 243, IFR cancellation received.
let's stay
Change
right
to
over
advisory
here.
frequency approval. See.
Because we have to maintain a certain distance. So that's basically our practice area, straight ahead of us.
Cool.
That's where we go do our training, and every time you come out, so we'll head out that way a little bit. I'll let you just
Delta 248, New Orleans approach.
whatever you want.
Fly heading 230, descend and maintain 5,000. I have your request. Air Shuttle 6273, turn right heading 290. At the turn, airport 2 o'clock and 5 miles.
Wind's pushing us out.
Air Shuttle
Yeah, you gotta feel
6273,
it.
clear visual approach, runway 2, contact tower 119.5.
the wind is strong with this one.
0 Zulu Golf, turn right heading 090, descend and maintain 3,000.
Left to 090, down to 3, Zulu Golf.
Top 1773, turn right heading 200,
You
descend
can
and
see
maintain
just
3,000.
ahead of your wingtip, that's Lakefront. That's where we took off from.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Three winds 1211,
far
turn
away,
right heading
but we're only
190.
6 or 7 miles from the airport right now.
I got y'all's email for the ground school. You think that's something I would need to do? Yes.
You know, it's a classroom environment. It builds a little camaraderie. Talk to other pilots, what they're having trouble with, what you're having trouble with. It just
Flint 84, New Orleans
makes
approach.
it, you know.
Yes, sir. Flint 84,
Good time.
206 station.
We have one going on right now with an instrument.
23 miles to your northeast of Broward, just at the foot of the lake clear around the Lakeside Mall 2000.
Flint 84, New Orleans approach, squawk 0412.
0412.
12 11, reduce speed to 210, then descend and maintain 3000.
It's weird operating something in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Citation Zulu Golf, turn left heading 030, maintain 3000 to establish on the final approach course, clear RNF runway 36 left approach,
your nose,
and you're 7 miles from the final approach.
Depending on how fat your fingers are, about
left is 030,
2 to 3, right below the horizon. Got to get you a level attitude.
Citation Zulu Golf, roger, turn left heading 360.
Yeah, I keep noticing I'm going down a little bit.
360, Zulu Golf.
What airspeed do you typically try to keep?
That's it, about 2300 RPMs get you about
98 for your ready contact 2 miles northeast of the lake from airport, clear to the Bravo airspace. What altitude would you
don't ever run at full throttle.
2000 will work for now.
So right now you're running the engine about 75% power.
Roger. Cessna 922 Victor Bravo, New Orleans departure, ident. New Orleans altimeter 2998.
So, flying along,
1773, center maintain,
you've got
2000.
let go. You've got it nicely trimmed out. She's not really, climbing or descending. If you were to just simply add power, go ahead and just add power in there, and don't do anything with the controls.
Lakefront Airport 12 o'clock and 8 miles.
Just add power in there. Just go full throttle.
Clear visual approach, runway 36 left at Lakefront.
And don't do anything with the controls.
189, clear for the visual. Thanks. Good day.
So as you increase thrust,
1773,
let go for a second, it automatically wants to pitch up. Go ahead and reduce that power. Just bring it back. Not going to hurt nothing. Just bring it back all the way.
7000, expedite 23.
It automatically wants to come down on you. Now this thing, even if you run it back to idle, it just turns into a big glider. So if you ever have an engine failure, you got all this time in the world, just kind of keep that pitch right about here on the horizon.
Of the 1773, clear
and you can glide to that open field right there. You can glide to that levee right there. You got so many places to go.
Lakefront, turn right heading 080.
That's fucking terrifying.
Well, you're going to be practicing that. I'm just trying.
Hey, I know.
11 traffic to follow 1 o'clock and final.
So, you see this white arc on the airspeed indicator? That's called the flap extension range speed. So anytime you're below that, within that white arc, you can actually extend flap. So we'll go ahead and give it 10 degrees of flap.
Approach, Delta 1577.
We'll leave the power right where it is.
1577, New Orleans approach.
We'll go ahead and give it some more flaps. Just kind of keep the nose on the horizon. Lower that nose a little bit. The flaps helping you increase lift. But take a look at your speed. I haven't really touched anything on the power, and we'll go full flaps.
That just increases the airfoil.
Yep.
Cool.
So you basically
cruise at nothing.
Yep.
I drive faster than this on the interstate.
So you're going to be doing a good bit of slow flight
right heading 300.
because this is how you come in and land in this configuration at that speed.
Turn right heading 300.
So you need to know exactly how much control input to put in order to control the aircraft. Because think about it this way, even though the runway is about 100 feet, 75 to 100 feet wide, you're aiming for something that's only maybe 12 inches, which is the center line of the runway.
Heading of 260, intercept the runway 29 localized.
And if I were to get rid of the flaps all at once, you destroyed all that lift. You see how the airplane wants to sink on you? Feel that sink?
Yeah.
Delta 1577, turn right heading of 180.
180 for Delta 1577.
And Farmer 225 returning to Lakefront.
Number 22 Papa, contact Lakefront Tower 119.9er.
At 290. At Tower, Tower 5122 Papa, we'll meet you inbound full stop.
Cessna 5122 Papa, Lakefront Tower, enter right base, runway 36 right.
Any chance to get straight in for 27?
Cessna 22 Papa, make straight in, runway 27.
And straight in 27, 225, thanks.
Runway 27 would be on the west side, right?
Nope. So we're almost facing west right now. If you take a look at your heading indicator, 270. Right. So we're going to be landing going west, just like we took off. So you always take off and land going into the wind. Okay. Gives you better performance.
70 Golf Alpha, run 36 left, line of wait. Runway 36 left, 70 Golf Alpha.
Are we going in for landing now?
Yep. Yeah, you can kind of see we're starting to line up with the runway way out there.
I see it.
So just take me in that direction.
Citation 0 Zulu Golf, right turn when able, contact ground point 7.
This is cool. How long have you been doing this?
97.
Damn.
I mean, I started flying in 97. I got my instructor rating in 2000, so I've been teaching for 16 years.
Wow. How many students have you had come through?
I don't even know. I don't even know. A lot of, you know, have gotten on with the airlines, corporate, they're flying all over the world.
At what point do you start doing your angle of a descent?
Yeah, so right now, this 510 right here, we're still 4 miles from the airport. Okay, we only have 1,300 feet to lose.
Visual Golf Alpha, fly runway.
So basically about 1,000 feet for 2 miles.
Takeoff 36 left.
So we're at 1,300 feet, so maybe about 2.5 miles from the airport, we'll go ahead and start down.
Is it just me, or does level, according to this, feel like to the left?
It might be off a little bit. Just look outside. Just keep the horizon level. Alright, so we're coming up about 3 miles from the airport right now. Go ahead and reduce your power back to 2,000 RPMs.
We're going in.
By the way.
Yeah.
Common mistake. And we'll just start a nice gentle descent, so just pretty much keep the edge of our edge of the runway right on top of the cowling, and that'll get you a nice little descent going.
I feel like I need to come off to the right a little more.
Okay. So
Does that sound right?
A little bit, not much. Just relax that back pressure. There you go, right about there.
Substitute 2 Papa, runway 27, clear to land traffic crossing across the approach and prior to arrival.
Okay, to the Papa, clear line 27, look for traffic.
Visual Golf Alpha, contact
Right, bring your power back to 1,700 RPM.
3315, back to there.
Visual Golf Alpha. And we're just gonna hold that nose up just a little bit. We'll get within that white arc on the airspeed indicator. Alright, and we'll go ahead and deploy 10 degrees of flaps, so just move it down 1 notch. And that'll help us start slowing her up. And we'll go with flaps 20. Right there. And we'll land with flaps 20 only today. And it's all about making small corrections, just kind of bring it over to a little bit to the right. And right about there. Just easy on the controls. I'm going to try to guide you through it, okay? Don't stiffen up.
Peace and namaste.
And wind check to the top.
Current wind 290 at 6.
So the wind's just a little bit off center. It's coming from 290. Okay. So just a little bit off to the right. So we're actually going to land with a little bit of a crosswind. So the airplane's going to look like it's coming in a little bit sideways, but we're tracking our path towards the runway. And right when we get closer to the runway, we make a crosswind landing, which is a little bit of left rudder, a little bit of right aileron, and touchdown. So you're going to land sideways on the right main first, left main next.
Oh yeah, no sweat.
Okay. Keep your hand on the throttle, right hand on the throttle, and relax that back pressure. Just relax the back pressure. Let it go. Let it go. There you go. Almost wants to fly herself. Remember, object in motion will continue to stay in motion.
We want to touch down past that line, right?
We're aiming for the runway numbers of 27.
Okay.
Okay? So just keep it flying to the runway numbers. And actually kind of aim a little bit ahead prior to that, because by the time you float and touch down. All right, so we got the runway made, pull the power all the way back to idle. Now from here, we'll just float it in. I'll go ahead and give some more flaps here. Just aim for right before the chevrons. Hit that green part right there, just like we have it. Easy. Small corrections. Now raise your eyes, look at the end of the runway. Look down, look at the end, and see how fast you're creeping up. Push up. Oh, don't push down. Pull back, pull back. And we touch down.
Now we use brakes or rudders this year?
Now we're back on your brakes and rudders. Go open your window if you want.
22 Papa, left turn at Foxtrot, contact ground point 7.
At Foxtrot point 7, to the top, thanks. That's all she wrote.
And we're coming off here?
Yeah, we're going to follow the yellow line to the left.
Yeah, he's going to be exiting midfield.
Thanks.
And Bravo 22 Papa, clear 27 to Flight Academy.
Headed back there? Yep.
Cessna 2 Papa Lake Front ground, taxi via Foxtrot.
Via Fox, 2 Papa, thanks.
I'm sorry, was that .com 6554 calling?
We'll just come all the way around the other
.com
airplanes.
6554, clear Monroe Airport asphalt, climb maintain 2000, expect flight level 280 in 10 minutes. Departure frequency 133.15, squawk 7446.
That was some wild shit.
Just watch your wingtip. You don't want to rub wingtips with somebody else.
Gingerly
you do have
tips.
13 some odd feet on either
.com
side.
6554, advise ready to taxi.
Alright, I'll take it from here if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead. You have to walk it back in position.
Yep, Lakefront ground, .com 6554. We are ready to taxi. We're at signature.
.com 6554, runway 36 left, taxi via Foxtrot.
Alright.
36 left,
Turn the radio off.
.com 65.
Turn that off. And pull that all the way back. Just push on that little release. There we go. Keys and master switch.